Hello Leo, I'm Poetic Heretic, and this is your March 2017 Tarot Forecast. Do remember you can use these videos for your sun, rising, and moon signs. So let us begin. You begin the month with the Hierophant reversed. This represents your current outside influences right around the beginning of the month. This card is talking about rebellion and challenging authority. And when we look at the Five of Cups crossing over it for the challenge card, or the what may help or hinder you card, we see that the challenge for you this month is basically going to be doing what you have to do, going your own way, regardless of how sad or disappointed it makes you feel. The challenge is going to be the recovery from that, or recovery in general, basically. That's one of the things that you're aiming for this month, is recovery. So when we look down here at the underlying energy, the Page of Swords reversed, we see the energy of stagnation and imprisonment and inner turmoil and no self-development. So this is kind of referring to your situation as of late. It appears that you're stuck in some kind of a cycle, or some kind of a belief system or relationship or something that is stagnant and you feel imprisoned by. Something that is not allowing for much, or even very, very little self-development. I almost want to say perhaps even no self-development, although that's, well, it's pretty hard to go down that low, but you're feeling stuck basically by your current circumstances. And when we look at the past and issues you've had to deal with, which is the Eight of Swords reversed, we see that you've been trying to break free from this for a while now. You've been trying to escape. You've been trying to get out of this situation and having little to no success basically with it. Or even if you've had some success, you're still not completely out of it. But right here at the beginning of the month, you're saying no more. You're saying that you're really ready, you've had enough basically, and you're ready to get out of it. Now, interestingly enough, this could take, I think, a couple of forms really, because first of all, the Hierophant can talk about belief systems and like religion and stuff like that. And so this could be that you have discovered that a belief system or a religion no longer serves you or is no longer right for you, and now you're wanting to get out of it, and maybe you feel pressured from other people, like, to not get out of it, to remain in it. However, the Hierophant can also talk about the order and structure in life, particularly when it comes to like institutions like marriage in particular. And so this could even be either a marriage or a relationship where you're not married, but nevertheless a relationship that you're trying to get out of, that you're like working up the courage to get out of, even though it's uncomfortable and might leave you disappointed. Or maybe you're just in a situation where otherwise, like, you need to go your own way, like a situation where whatever form it's taking, you're feeling like you need to go your own way, and you're rebelling in a sense against the status quo, the established authority. You feel like you've had enough, and you're no longer going to be stagnant and feeling like you're imprisoned and you're going to go your own way. Which brings us right into the next card for what you hope to achieve, the Eight of Cups. This is the preparations for moving on and getting away. This is attempting to overcome a static period, or a period of time where there's little to no movement. This is your putting your own emotional needs first and recognizing what is missing emotionally and creatively in your life. This is your going your own way. That's what you're reaching for this month. And it's interesting how we have, starting off here, 2 5s. The Hierophant is the 5th card of the major arcana, and then the 5 of Cups. And of course, Leo, your sign, is the 5th sign of the zodiac. And we've also got 2 8s, and we've got 2 2s coming up, and we've got 2 3s. So that's very interesting, you guys. So when we look at the near future, the 2 of Swords, this is talking about decisions and choices. It's also talking about new perspectives and study and discovery. It's the energy of being objective and detached and seeing things as they are, seeing both sides. So this could be where you decide what you're going to do this month. Are you going to move on and get away? Or are you going to continue to bide your time and remain in the situation, at least for the time being? Or if this is not applying to you, then decisions and choices in general, objectivity in general. And sometimes this can also talk about, actually a lot of times, but I think it'll be a minority for this spread, partnerships, like cooperation, someone helping you out, basically, someone that you rendezvous with early in the month who assists you in some way. And it's a very stable and kind of like business-like cooperation. So a couple of possibilities there. For your attitude or position on the situation about halfway through the month, you have the 3 of Swords. This is your taking the attitude of bravely moving ahead and fortitude during difficult times and laying it on the line, speaking regardless of consequences, telling it like it is. So looks like most of you are getting on with your lives one way or another, and you're doing it bravely and courageously and boldly, and you basically don't have time for crap anymore, is what you're saying. You're done with this stagnation crap and you're moving on with your life, and you really kind of sort of don't care what other people think of it. So the outside force coming in is the Hanged Man. On the positive side, this could be a time later in the month where you get to really embrace and express your individuality, and where you get to really do things your own way, as you've been wanting to do. It can also be new perspectives. It can also be uncovering secrets. And then if we also look, on the more negative side of things, it can be delays and more stagnation. It can be things that interfere with your plans. And so, for some of you, it could be the positive side of things. For others, it could be that things are slowing you down, and, it is what it is. For your hopes or fears, you have the 3 of Cups reversed. This is talking about hurt feelings and broken friendships and stuff like that. So it looks like you're concerned that some of the choices that you've made might have had to have hurt some feelings in the process of people around you, or people that you know, people that you knew, and you're afraid of hurting their feelings. Basically, you're afraid of causing them pain, but at the same time, you know that you've got to do what you've got to do, and so you're bravely moving ahead and you're doing what you have to do regardless. This could also be saying that on the flip side of that, you're hoping for harmony. You're hoping that people understand that you have to do what you have to do, and you're hoping that maybe there can even be a sense of celebration and happiness for you. So that leads us to the outcome, which is the High Priestess reversed. So this card reversed can have both positive and negative meanings. I'm thinking for this spread, it's most likely going to be positive for the vast majority of you. And in that sense, it's talking about lighter moods and the end of loneliness and improved circumstances. Withdrawal comes to an end. And so a card of feeling better, lighter moods, lighter feelings, better feelings, and no longer existing so much in that inner turmoil that we talked a little bit about earlier, or the struggle of things, but instead a calmness and more ease is basically what we have here. Now, for some of you, if this is more of a negative outcome, which is possible for some of you perhaps, this could be that perhaps as a result of stuff you dealt with earlier in the month, maybe you rejected some belief or philosophy or something, maybe something of a spiritual nature. You could have gotten to the point where you kind of threw the baby out with the bathwater and now are not really acknowledging much of anything in your inner world. And this card is reminding you not to do that, to acknowledge your inner world. And I would say regardless of what has happened to you, this card is advising you, particularly if things are not feeling so stable and lighter and everything by the end of the month. This card is advising you to focus on your inner world and to remember your intuition and to listen to your emotions and stuff like that. Remember to incorporate that in your consciousness and in your life as well. So that about wraps it up. It looks like overall a month of challenges, but a month of liberation as well. Something that perhaps has been bothering you for a long time that has felt stuck. It looks like it's finally about to break free at last, but only if you want it to. Remember, the choice is ultimately yours. The choices, the decisions, as indicated here. So, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you have a great month, Leo. This has been a tarot forecast for the sign of Leo for the month of March 2017 from Poetic Heretic. Don't forget to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.